Hey there, planners. Today I'm going to do a flip through of how I'm using my notes pages in my Erin Condren Frankenplanner. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, so a few weeks ago, I asked you for ideas on how to use my Erin Condren notes pages. I gave you some thoughts about what I was thinking about. You chimed in and gave me some great ideas, and I am super excited to share with you how I'm using the notes pages in the planner now that I'm actually moved in and using it. Before I dive right in, let me just say, if you're new here, thanks for joining. I'm super excited you're here. We're glad to have you part of our community. At Planning Annie, we're a community of planner enthusiasts. We love to get things done. We love to nail a to-do list. We love to be productive, but we also like to enjoy our planners, our planner supplies, and being creative. So if that sounds like you, I hope that you will consider subscribing. Jump down in the comments below. There's always a really good conversation going on there. Share some ideas, ask some questions, answer some questions, and just dive right in our community. For those of you returning, let's get into how I'm actually using the notes pages. So I did do a flip through of the setup for June, and I kind of showed you how I set up this initial section, thoughts about how I'm going to use these, but I didn't get into anything beyond the very beginning pages because I really wanted to have dedicated time to flip through this and talk about how I'm using it. So I talked about this kind of at a glance. This is the second half of 2023, or April to December of 2023, which really is nice because my intent for this planner is to use it in June, July, and August. So really just a summer planner. That's what this is going to be for me. And I wanted to capture things that were important in that time frame, but also like around that time frame, including volleyball tournament stuff, birthdays, holidays, things like that. So you can see I used my Cricut to cut out some holographic vinyl stickers, which is really fun. You'll see that throughout. I think this, hopefully you can see the holographic effect there. It goes so well with the multicolored coil. I'm super excited about that. It's the same vinyl as here on the vellum page here, so it just goes so well with summer and the coil. So that's how I'm using this page, and then this was really fun. So I had the idea to recreate something that my kids really enjoyed when they were younger. They loved the movie Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer, and basically the concept is Judy's afraid she's going to have a bummer summer, and so she comes up with this list of crazy things to do over the summer to prevent the summer from being a bummer, and it is the Not Bummer Summer list. Well, I used to create that for my kids. We really enjoyed when they were little making a Not Bummer Summer list and, have it like, sleep under the stars, ride a roller coaster, all of that stuff. I decided since this was a summer planner that I would recreate that for myself, and I won't go through everything. You can certainly take a screenshot here if you want to, take a better look at it. But basically, I created categories of activities and ideas for things that I want to do this summer to not have a bummer summer. And they are everything from TVs and movies and books, things I want to do outdoors, things I want to do for my health, things, travel related things around the house, food and drink, creative things to eat this summer, to try out, personal development activities, crafts, how I want to celebrate some different things, some self-care ideas, and then things to do with my family. And I'm really looking forward to be able to check these off throughout the summer. I think it will be difficult to check everything off, and I've got room to add some things. I could actually cheat, and if I do something cool, come back and add it to the list and then check it off. Don't pretend like we don't all do that. You add things to your planner just so that you can check them off. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to using this. I think it's fun. I think it's, a little bit of a challenge for me this summer to do some fun things. So super excited with the way this turned out and really appreciate all of your ideas for how to use this page. All right, next up, I have sticky notes. You guys know how much I love sticky notes, so I definitely wanted to, I'll be putting them throughout the months, but I also just wanted to have some extras. And then I have my brain dump triggers. So you'll see on every page that I have used so far, I did sort of a label, and I did this again with the holographic vinyl on my Cricut. So every page has a label that I have set up so far. Brain dump triggers. I love to do a brain dump. This is a really important step for me in my planning process, both on a monthly basis, weekly basis, and sometimes when it gets really hectic on a daily basis. So I like to have brain dump triggers. Again, I won't go through everything on the page, but just kind of pause here if you want to take a screenshot. That way you can see what I'm including. But these are the intention here is to have prompts to help me remember things. So when I get really busy, my brain is full of things I'm trying to remember, it's important for me to get those out of my brain and onto paper. And this list kind of helps me remember those things. So for example, meal plan, groceries, freezer. Oh yeah, I need to take that thing out of the freezer. So that's kind of how it works. So I'll just go through the list, and as things come to mind, I write them down. That's what this is. And then I also have my reoccurring task list. You'll see I put a little bookmark here, and I put it on the bottom because I already had a couple on the top for planning purposes, but I do like to get back to this page. I wanted to get back to this page frequently. This is my reoccurring task list with regularity because things do update and change, but I need to have access to this list in every planner, and it's what are the things that I do every month? What are the things that I do every week? What are the things that I do every day? And I like to have them handy so that I can populate my planner. These are things that I don't want to try to remember, but that can easily, slip through the cracks when I'm trying to populate my planner for all the things I need to do. So I like to have this in every planner that I set up. Next up, I have my weekly review process. This is just a reference for me. Again, I'll pause so you can take a screenshot if you want to. I won't go through everything, but basically I use a 3-step process. This is modified from the getting things done method, and it is to get clean, get current, get creative, and the steps that I take every week at the end of the week to kind of reset my planning. I do this typically on Sunday evenings, Sunday afternoons. I also have my routines for the summer, kind of how I want things to go this summer, both AM and PM routine. It's a little different than it is during the other times of year, so I figured it would be good to have this in here in the summer planner. Packing list is going to be important. So I actually have a regular, everything you could ever want to take packing list, and then I have a volleyball specific packing list, and I also included some sticky notes in here because I feel like I'm going to have some additional kind of short trip packing list this summer that I'm going to want to throw on here. So this is way more than I would ever take to any one place, and I have room to add more if I need to, but I do have a lot of travel planned for this summer. So I wanted to make sure I had this near the planner so that I can use it when we're getting ready to go places. I also have a master grocery list. So as we're traveling, I might be using Instacart or other grocery stores I'm not familiar with. So I just wanted to have a master grocery list with me, and also to help me remember things that I might be forgetting, dishwasher tabs, Ziplocs, things like that I might be forgetting on my grocery list. I find it really handy to have a master list in there. I would never order all of these things or buy all of these things at one time. That would be insane. So I also have a summer eats kind of cheat sheet. So my favorite grilling recipes, campfire recipes, summer side dishes, snacks and drinks, desserts, other things. These are things that are tried and true that I know myself and my family love. There are also a couple of new things that I really want to try for this summer, things I've seen, recently in cooking magazines or on cooking shows, things like that I want to try. I just like to have this as I'm thinking about meal planning, making sure I'm coming here and pulling off some of our favorite summer items. And then I have a volleyball life spread, which I have not populated yet because it's got a lot of location information and confirmation numbers for our travel related to all things volleyball for my youngest daughter. And then I have gift ideas for my husband and daughters, a contact list, which I have covered up. These are like just key contacts that I want to have handy in the planner. And then I have a pen test. I have been rediscovering my love for Erin Condren Mohawk paper and some of the Erin Condren pens, the dual tip pens. You'll see this in my hand quite a bit this summer. I'm loving this pen right now. I just am rediscovering it and loving it. So, and I've got more room to do, you know, more pen tests as I'm kind of figuring out this paper all over again. That leaves me with a couple of blank pages. So I've got a couple of extra pages. I would love to hear your ideas about what else should I include in here. As you can see, it is really like reference type information, stuff that I feel like I'm going to need in the planner for over the summer. So I would love to hear ideas from you. How should I use these last 3 pages? All right, I really hope you enjoyed seeing how I use the notes pages and how I incorporated all the ideas that you gave. If you have more ideas or questions, leave those down in the comments below. Make sure you check out the comments below and give your ideas or answers to others. Subscribe to Plannin' Annie for more content like this. Thanks for planning with me.